I'm probably going to make some more podcasts about this topic in the future. I think this is such a crazy realization. This was the topic of today's newsletter, which will go out in 42 minutes from the time I'm recording this. But by the time this podcast is out, the newsletter, edwardsturm.com/newsletter, will probably already be out. This is a huge deal. This is a huge realization. You can literally control the narratives of your competitors using video SEO. I would say this is a form of parasite SEO, but it's also white hat and also controlling your competitors' narratives, even using paid media. That's allowed. That is allowed on Google. So for example, if you Google Moz, one of the most well-known pieces of SEO software. If you just Google Moz, the number one result is sponsored, and it's from this company SEObility, and they are paying to show up at the top prominently above Moz itself. And so you see their page is titled Moz Alternative SEO Tool Alternative. So they are paying Google for their ad to show up above Moz for when people actually search Moz. So people do this for just the brand names, or the brand name plus the word pricing, or a use case of the brand. Companies do this for all sorts of branded keywords. It's what is called a branded keyword. It's a keyword that has a brand in it. Companies do this for all sorts of branded keywords. Right below SEObility, the number 2 is SE Ranking. It's a company, SE Ranking, and they are paying Google to have their ad for their homepage to show up prominently above Moz. And so you see their homepage, professional SEO platform, alternative for all SEO tools. And then finally, below the 2 sponsored is Moz. And this is a well-known digital marketing strategy. It is to buy Google ads targeting competitor brand names. Very well known. But what I realized this morning, and I'm like, holy moly, when I realized this, is video ranks. First of all, if you look at most SERPs and you just search for a brand, no, I don't know about most SERPs, but a lot of SERPs, even Starbucks. I looked at Starbucks, for example. A lot of SERPs, search engine results pages, will have a few videos showing up on page 1 of Google for the brand name. And these are videos that don't even have to have a lot of views. So in the same search engine results page for Moz, below Moz are 3 videos. And the top video is a video from December 10th, 2024, titled Moz Review, and that video only has 342 views. That's it, 342 views. So I'm like, oh my God, you can rank for your competitor brand names, and you don't have to be a big channel or a big account to do this. And then I started thinking, you can rank for all sorts of keywords. Like you could do review, you could do how-tos, you could do all these use cases, you could do people who are searching for how to use the tool. Here's just an easy example of something that's absolutely insane that you can literally do. Someone bought your competitor. It could be a tool, it could be CPG, it could be whatever. And someone is searching for a use case around that or a how-to around that. And you make a video showing how to do that thing. But while you're also showing how to do that thing, you're like, listen, our tool is way better. And it's way better because you can do what you are looking to do right now, but you can also do all these other things that will be way more useful. Or, here's how to do what you're looking to do, but actually it's not that useful. Here's how to do it anyway, but it's not that useful. You should be doing this instead. Doesn't matter. You can literally control the narratives of your competitors on Google search. And that is insane. And then there's more nefarious players, and I'm not advising for this, but this is the type of stuff that is possible because you can create relatively, not completely, but relatively anonymous video accounts on TikTok, Instagram Reels, YouTube. These video accounts, they don't have to look like they are associated with your brand. And you could even, it's so crazy. You could even say in the about that the account is associated with your brand. You could actually do that. Most people who watch the video, they're just going to listen to the video. They're going to listen and watch the video. They're not going to go look at the about for the account that is posting the video. Previously, if you want to do this, you buy a Google ad to have either your page or another page or something rank above your actual competitor's homepage with the page of your choice. And you're buying an ad just like I described for Moz. Now you can put up a video, and videos are being completely turbocharged in Google search results. All user-generated content, but especially video, is being completely turbocharged. And I'm just talking about Moz right now. I was just talking about Moz. What happens when you have like a local company or something that's a competitor of yours? Maybe you're a local business and then you have another company that's a competitor. Moz is in the digital marketing space with a lot of savvy competitors. But oh my gosh, if you are in a less competitive space with less savvy digital marketers, you just can dominate for all of your competitors' branded keywords. And nobody is talking about this. This is crazy that this is possible. And look, you can give the facts for your competitors, but you also can control the tone. You can control everything. Because most companies aren't using video, or if they are, they're not doing enough of it. Or even if they're doing enough of it, they're probably not going after keywords. That's wild that this is possible. So that's what's going on. That's the tactic which I thought of this morning. As I said, not advising doing anything against the rules with it, but a lot of like just targeting different branded keywords for competitors, that is within the guidelines. That's totally cool. That's why you're allowed to pay Google to have your pages show up targeting competitor keywords. So here's how you do this with video. Very simple, very, very easy. First of all, you can't do this if you have like a brand new account with 0 videos. You actually want to start a video account. My recommendation, start an account across TikTok, Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, post yourself. I mean, actually at this point, you literally can use AI generated avatars and AI generated speech and AI generated backgrounds. You can do all of that stuff. I would say though, stick with one face. But at this point, the software is good enough that you can have just an AI generated influencer. So here's what you post about when you're just starting. Here's what you post videos about when you're just starting. Make a video targeting each use case or scenario that your brand would satisfy. It could be a services business. You could be a CPG brand. You could be a SaaS, whatever it is. Your brand exists to satisfy various solutions, and talk about all the solutions that your brand satisfies. And spend 5 minutes a day doing this. It doesn't really have to be a lot. And then try to figure out the most concise description of that solution that you are satisfying. That's your keyword, and put that at the beginning of your video title and beginning of your video description, and then use your video transcript as the rest of your description. Really, really easy. And just spend 5 minutes a day doing this. And now you're building, first of all, now you're doing SEO, targeting different use cases and scenarios that your brand satisfies. That's huge right there. But then if you want to, you can target keywords around your competitors. You can target anything that has your competitor brand name in it. You literally can make your own review of your competitor. I mean, this happens all the time. You see this on companies' websites. They will have alternatives pages where they will review their competitors and then compare their competitors to their own companies. And that's controlling the narrative, but that's a lot harder to pull off using just traditional SEO. But with video, it's so much easier because video is ranking so well. So insane that this is possible. The other thing, so recency matters a lot. Relevance is important. Obviously, you have to have a video that's relevant to what you're talking about. You don't want to target a competitor use case and then not actually talk about the use case in the video and only talk about your company. You still need to talk about the use case, or else viewers are going to bounce and that video is going to stop doing well. So relevance is important, but recency is also very important. More recent videos tend to do better. Also, more concise videos tend to do better. That's why I'm advocating YouTube Shorts, which do especially well. TikToks also do well. Instagram Reels do well. Concise content does well. If you're doing a long form YouTube video, obviously make the thumbnail related to the topic that you're talking about with your competitor. But this is a strategy, an aggressive strategy that you can literally do for free. You can control the narratives of your competitors on Google for free. And that is so crazy. And so someone could be looking for, because especially with with more price sensitive niches, people tend to look for reviews, or before purchasing, people just do research on the company, and maybe people are researching on Google, and then they're seeing your videos, and in your videos, you're like, you know what, consider our brand instead. And that's something that can be done for free. That's insane. That's insane. And very few marketers even know this is possible. I think this is also somewhat of a new thing. It's never been so easy to make good videos. I use a tool called Descript, which removes all the gaps between words. So any gap between words that is over 1/4 of a second, I reduce that to 0.15 seconds. So my videos just flow. If it's a short form mobile video, I take any gap that's over 1/4 of a second, I reduce that to 0 seconds. So it really just flows, just quick and snappy. So it's never been so, and it's automated. Also, Descript can remove all your retakes. So any bad retake can just remove it with one click. And these are all like AI features. So it's never been so easy to make good videos. The captions go in automatically, all this stuff. Now, video especially is ranking so well on Google. So you combine these things and it's like a perfect storm that this is possible. If you're a company, you should be making videos targeting your own keywords, your own brand names, and then targeting competitor keywords. Keywords that have your competitors' brand names in them. That's what companies should be doing. That's defensive SEO, protecting against other companies that might try this tactic, and then doing it on other companies yourself. But especially in less competitive niches that are not digital marketing. I mean, very few companies are doing this stuff or even know to do this stuff. And it's just insane that this is possible. So that's what I wanted to share on this episode of the show. This is episode 641 of my daily digital marketing podcast, 641 days in a row doing this show. That's all I got for you on this lovely Sunday. What a crazy thing that this is possible. My mind is spinning. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening, and I will talk to you all again tomorrow. Bye now.